Alright, so there's some preloaded programs that you can fire up on this board just to kind of like have it do some stuff out of the box. So to do this, disconnect your power and then just hold any button while you apply power and it'll give you a message. Press the number 1 to 4 to load a sample program. So we can load sample program 1. And if we just say run, we'll see what it does on the output register right here. It's going to add consecutive numbers from 1 to 10. So there's 1, 3, 6, 12 is octal, so that's 10, and so on. When you add them all up, you get 67 octal, which is 55. So that's the sum of 1 to 10. We can reset it and run it again, and we could switch to just looking at the output register, and we can see it count more clearly like that. So that's the first program. If we do this again and cycle our power, we can load in program 2, and program 2 is a prime number generator. So if I say run, it will display the number 2, 3, 5, 7, and then it'll do 11, which is 13 in octal, so that's 11. This is 13, and then 15 is going to be composite, and then 17 is 21. There's 19, and there's the number 23, and then the number 29 will be 35. So yeah, that's just a prime number generator. So you always have to write a prime number generator when you get a new CPU. The third sample program, let's run that one. So if we press number 3, this is a little simulated dice game. So I'm going to switch to just looking at the output here. And to roll the dice, press 3 zeros and hit the interrupt button. Oh, we have to run it though. So press the interrupt button, and it will eventually show me 2 dice numbers in the right of the output register. So there's a 1 and a 4. Alright, so that's my 0.5. I can keep rolling, and I want to get numbers that add up to 5. If I roll a 7, I lose. If I get a 5, I win. So I hit the interrupt button, and yeah, so there's a 4 and a 3, and that adds up to a 7, so I lost. So it's showing me 0, 0, 0, that means I lost. So let's reset and run, and let's try again. So I'll hit the interrupt button. This will be different every time because it's fairly randomized. So it's rolling, there's a 1 and a 2, okay, that's a 3. And you lose if you start with a 2, 3, or 12, so I lost already. So let's reset and run and roll the dice, and let's see if we can win. 2 and a 5, that's a 7. So if you roll a 7 or 11 on your first roll, you win, and it shows that you won by flashing this 7, 7. So 7, 7 means you won, 0, 0 means you lost. And so you can do this all day long, right? And it's pretty slow, but you can actually like follow along if you look at the code. Okay, this is my last game. So my point is 6. I need to roll a 6 to win, a 7, and I will lose. Let's roll again. And there's a 9. Let's roll again, looking for a 6. There's an 8, looking for a 6. There's a 6, so I win. Alright, so that's just, kind of a silly example, but it shows you some things we can do with random numbers. This was one of the first games we wrote back in the 70s in high school on our school's computer. Alright, so one more program. So we'll load in program 4, and this is a memory test. So the way this works, let me go back to just looking at the output register. Go ahead and run it and hit the interrupt button, and it displays the number 5 and then 111. So I'm supposed to repeat back that number 5, so I'll hit a 5. And it shows me 377, meaning I'm good so far. Alright, so I hit a 0 to go on. Now it's going to show me a sequence of 2 numbers. So the first one will be 5, and then a 1. Okay, now it wants me to put in that same sequence. So I hit a 5, and then I hit a 1. And I got the sequence right, so it shows me 377, that's success. Now I'll go on and try a longer sequence. So I hit a 0 to say continue. There's my 5, there's my 1, and there's a 6. Okay, so I need to put in the sequence 516. So it's showing me like which part of the sequence I'm at. So the first number is supposed to be 5. The second number is 1. And the third number is 6. And I got it right. So I can hit a 0 to say, okay, I'm ready to go on to a longer sequence. So now it'll show me 5, 1, 6, and 7. And so if I make a mistake, if I put in a 5 and I put in a 1 and instead of a 6 I put in a 7, I messed up. It shows me a 0, I lost, right? And so the game's over. So that's using a number of things in the architecture. It's generating pseudo-random numbers. It's using indirect access to store a sequence of numbers and play them back. It's doing comparisons. It's got a number of different functions to it. So the source code for all these programs is available on the TouchMetal website under sample programs, and they get increasingly long. This one is using more than half of the memory in the system, so it's fairly ambitious. But anyway, there's some goodies to play with. All right, thanks.